There are only a few days left to farm the Blast airdrop, so go to blast.matchcrypto.com to join the airdrop if you have not already. But if you have, these are the top 5 ways I'm farming gold. Some of these are really easy to do, and some of these require a little more work. But if we go over and look at the distribution of the last 10 million gold, and there is a lot of gold out there right now, all of it has to be given away by June 26, meaning that a lot of these dApps are going to be giving away a ton of gold over the next few days, which we can take part in. You can see right here, Thruster's number 1 with 1.5 million gold, Fantasies 1.1 million, and the list goes down from there. Now, we could just go and farm the top ones that have the most gold, but some of these are really saturated. So I'm going to focus on the 5 gold farms I'm doing and show you guys quickly each one and how I'm farming it to maximize the gold we can get. But before we dive in, the latest gold amount is about $7.35 per gold. That is the current estimate based on Punk 9059's estimates. There are a couple assumptions in this number here, but I do think around $7 gold is realistic. And let's just say worst case, it's $5 gold. So if you were to go over and farm and get 1,000 gold total, you'd have between $5,000 and $7,000 of airdrop allocation, and even more if you have blast points just for farming that gold. So the long story short is gold is worth it. Let's go and find out how to get it. The first place that I'm going to get gold, and this is the easiest one by far, it does not require any money and it just takes a few minutes each day, is on District 1. What you want to do is click the link down below or go to d1.matchcrypto.com and come over here to join District 1. Then you're going to go to gold and gems. You're going to be able to see all the gold and gems you're going to have. The more gems you get, the more gold you get. So last time in Epic 2, I had 160,000 gems and I was able to get 46 gold out of that. And again, that could be worth somewhere around $200-300 worth of gold just from last time. Now, this time I have even more, and I'm actually getting some OLE collected because I'm a shareholder of one of these spaces. The 2 main things you want to do here is go over to this Prime tab right here, and then every single day you can vote for 3 different spaces. I usually vote for Pac Moon because that's the one I'm most active in, but you can vote for any of these, and you're gonna get 500 gems per vote. Then you can go over to Survival tab right here, and as you can see right here, I still haven't voted for these yet today. It's 21 hours left on the day, and every 24 hours that resets. You can vote for 6 of these every single day. You'll click vote, and that's it, you're done. All you have to do is click vote, and it takes 2 seconds, and you'll get 500 gems per vote. You can see right here, if you go to the gems again, you'll see all the votes, 500 gems per vote, which means you'll get 3,000 gems per day just for going to the Prime tab and voting, which is not bad. Then you can go over to spaces, and you can go to any of the spaces you want. Again, I usually go to Pac Moon because they have a lot of gems to give away, but they do have more people participating as well, so it evens out more or less. I'm also a shareholder in this, so I'll get 6x gems. But you can see right here, if we scroll back up a bit, this is the most recent gem drop that happened, and these happen every 2 hours. And you can see right here, I claimed 598 gems, but because I am a shareholder and because I went over here and boosted SOLE, which is basically locking in a certain amount of OLE tokens, which you can do if you want to go to and do yourself, but that does cost money. That's going to give you these multipliers, which is going to take whatever gems you get on these rallies and multiply them by 3, or if you're a shareholder, it'll multiply them by 6. So the 600 right here, I actually got 3,600 gems because I have a 6x multiplier. You can do 4 rallies per day if you do the soul boost, and you can do 2 rallies per day if you don't. So at the very minimum, you go over here, you rally, you spend 200 gems, and you should be making a couple thousand gems per day just on doing the Prime voting and these spaces. This is one of the only ones where you can get free gold, and it is easy to do. It takes very little time per day. The next site is Wasabi. This one is pretty simple as well. You can trade over here. You can see you can do perpetual trading, which I don't particularly do. What I do is I go over to the Earn tab over here, and if you have any tokens like Pac Moon or USDB or Juice, or even some OLE that you got from District 1, you can go over here and basically just click on any of them and deposit it into Wasabi vaults. This is gonna earn you some APY. In other words, it's gonna earn you some yield for depositing on the platform. As you can see right here, I've actually earned 3,000 PAC tokens in interest just from having my Pac Moon on Wasabi. So you can go over here, click deposit, put whatever token you want in there, and you'll be able to earn both tokens and you'll earn some gold. If you go over to points right here, you can see I've earned 10.5 gold, which is not much, but I do believe I'm gonna earn a lot more gold this upcoming cycle. And this one's gonna end when the airdrop ends on June 25th. So I would go over here, click earn, put in whatever you want, whatever vault you want. You'll earn some APY on it, and you'll also get points and gold for the airdrop on Blast. All the links I'm showing you guys here are in the description down below, so you can click on them down there if you want to go and participate. The next way I'm farming Blast Gold is through Fantasy. And you can see right here, I've actually earned 198 Blast Gold. This is one of my best farms so far. I put in about 1 ETH early on, and I've actually already got all of it back out. I have about half of that here in my account, but I did sell and move some of that ETH into other tokens already. I am over 1 ETH worth on my balance, and I do still have some cards left. You can see right here, I have 7 cards. I am currently in a tournament right now, and I'm actually ranked 937 out of 6,000 players right now, which means I'll get 66 Blast Gold if the competition were to end right now, which is really quite good. Now for Fantasy, this one's a lot more involved because you do have to go and buy cards, and you have to go and participate in these tournaments. Now they're giving away a ton of gold. You can see right here, 244,000 gold in this tournament. And if you go to all 4 tournaments, there's 1 million gold they're giving away in the next 2 days alone on these tournaments. There's gonna be one more main tournament between now and when the airdrop actually happens on June 26th. So they're probably gonna give away another 1 million or so gold in that time, which is a ton of gold, an absolute ton of gold. But to participate in this one, you do have to buy cards and actually enter them in the competition. You don't have to do anything super active, but you will have to spend some money and probably do some research on figuring out which cards you want to buy and make sure that they qualify for these stars. So you can only have 22 stars entered in this competition. You can see all of these cards that I entered add up to 22 stars. If you had cards that added up to more than 22 stars, you wouldn't be able to enter it. So there is some work required on this one right here, but as you can see, 66 gold is quite good for a 2-day competition if it were to end right now. Obviously, I hope it ends in this way. I could earn even more. You can see if you go to the rewards here, if we were to get top 50 somehow, we'd get 342 gold. If we got top 50 to 75, that's really, really good. There's a ton of gold in here, but you do have to spend some money and you do have to spend some time doing the research. So there is more work involved to get that juicy gold. The next spot is juice.finance. Now there's a ton you can do right here. This one's also a lot like Wasabi, where you can lend, you can actually borrow different things. You can go and vault just like you can on Wasabi, or you can just go over to positions and supply. I think that's the easiest way to do it. You can see right here, I've supplied 0.001 wrapped ETH. It's not much, and you do get some good APY on both the borrowing and lending over here. This one is another way to just put your money somewhere, allow it to be used as liquidity while it's sitting there. And if we go over to the leaderboard section here, you're gonna earn points, which will yield gold and points on Blast as well. If we go back here, we can see that Juice Finance is number 3. They have 754,000 new gold to give out, which means they have a lot of gold to give away in a very short period of time over here. So even though there's a ton of value locked on here, even if you wanted to put some extra tokens you had or some ETH or some USDB that you think would be better suited here to get some extra gold, it's one way to do it on here. Although I personally prefer Wasabi because I do think that one's got less people farming it. The 5th and final way I'm farming Blast Gold is over on Insert. Now, Insert was doing really well early on. We can see right here, I've gotten 125 Blast Gold from Insert and about 13 million points worth of gold on Insert. This one is a GameFi platform, so you do have to go and mint and spend money to spin the wheel, and then you can win prizes. Now, if you look at my mints, I've only ever won mint tokens. I really only won a bunch of mint tokens, and as you can see, I have 310,000 mint tokens, which I could redeem for ETH, and if we maxed it out, I'd have 0.3 ETH, so about $1,000 worth of mint tokens right now. Now, I'm not gonna do this right now because I do have the mint tokens in my Blast Jackpot deck, hoping that it'll win. It probably won't, but who knows. Unfortunately, Insert got a lot less gold on this recent distribution, so they're not gonna have a ton to give away, but I also think a lot of people have forgotten about this and stopped using it. So if you do want to use Insert to play some games, try to win something like a Mad Lad or something pretty cool like that, you can go over here, spin the wheel, and hope you win. Worst case is you'll win some mint tokens and you can redeem them back for ETH or put them in the Blast Jackpot and hope that it wins. Best case is you win a crazy thing like a Node Monkey you can see right over here behind me, and you also can farm gold that way. You'll get points and gold for the mint balance that you hold no matter what. So even though it might not be a lot of gold like it used to be, I think because less people are focused on it now, there's a chance that it could be a good farm just because there's way less saturation. If you do want to farm this one, definitely use referral code Matt because you are going to get extra gold every single single time they've given away gold, they've given extra gold to people using a referral code. So check that one out if you want to, but this one also does cost money to participate. Okay, those are the 5 picks that I have for farming Blast Gold. These are the ones I've done mainly over the last several weeks, and I do think most of these are pretty good still for farming gold. Obviously, there are other opportunities like Thruster or Wolf Game or Captain and Company that do have a lot of gold, but I personally don't want to spend a ton of time learning those games because they are very heavily involved. So I'm focusing on these, which are a little bit easier and more hands-off. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure you go over and watch this video before you leave.